Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? And this is going to be your recap for the Summer Shuffle, the playoffs, and just who won, how everybody did. And yeah, obviously, if you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit subscribe. Subscribing is the #1 way to support the channel. You guys can also follow me on my Twitter. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So first up, we got NRG Esports versus Space Station Gaming. Okay, this is going to be the winners semifinals. Now, Space Station Gaming really couldn't get anything going ever during this match. Now, NRG really shut them down most of the time. Okay, now most of the goals were 1-goal games, but I don't know, man. I never felt like for a second like SSG really had the chance to beat NRG. NRG just had literally all the space. SSG were getting outpaced. You know, there was a lot of amazing saves on NRG's part. NRG even blocked some of their own nets. You know, I don't think they were trolling, but like, I don't know, man. I just felt like there was not a single second that I believed that SSG could win this, unfortunately. I mean, if you just watch the series, you'd know what I mean. Then a little bit through the series, SSG decided to start getting more bumps and demos in because, as I talked about before, SSG is really good at disrupting momentum. But, man, even though NRG definitely were overextending in a lot of places, they were overextending because SSG were just playing so much slower than them that NRG could do whatever they wanted, and yeah, they took the dub. You know, then we get on to, oh my gosh, Omelette versus Envy. Guys, Omelette, man, Omelette. Luke, Freshness, and Lion Blaze. If you told me before this started that they would be beating not just Rogue, not just G2, but Envy as well, I'd tell you to fuck off. There's no way Omelette would beat them, but oh my god. To be fair now, Envy did not play well at all. Envy were double committing and overextending. Okay, Mist was hitting just some really weak shots. I mean, Envy just as a team were not playing, I mean, like they usually play. But then we have Luke. Luke was amazing all series, alright? He was scoring, he was defending. Luke just really stepped up. He looked like, honestly, Luke looked like one of the best players of the entire tournament. Okay, this team, this Omelette team, really surprised everyone. Honestly, the only person on Envy that really looked like they were trying to do something was Turbo Pulsa. Turbo Pulsa was really the only one who was able to at least try to combat this Omelette offense. Okay, but man, Luke with the performance of his life. Their passing plays were incredible. Omelette really understood when to pass, the speed of which they should pass, just everything that they did was basically perfect. I love what I saw from them. This team was so underrated coming into this this tournament, and for obvious reasons. Okay, we have not seen a lot from them, but yeah, man, great showing. Then we get on to losers round 1, Space Station Gaming versus Rogue. Okay, now in the Space Station versus Rogue matchup, you know, it was actually very close. A ton of just 1-goal games. You know, they looked very even during game 1, but then Rogue really stepped it up after game 2. Kenobi got 2 pinch goals back to back. He got 1 pinch goal and he got 1 like right off the kickoff. It was just nuts. And you know, I think Kenobi really played well. I think SSG's problem is that they weren't spread out a lot. You know, they were very close together. And you know, when you have players like First Killer on the team who are good at counterattacks, and then even Kenobi who scored 2 pinch goals back to back, you'd think it would make SSG spread out a little bit more, but no. I mean, they were just a lot of balls going right over that third man, a few rotation mistakes, yeah, and then Rogue ended up taking the dub, just barely though. I mean, like I said, most of the games were just 1 goal except game 2, but you know, if SSG scored that 1 more goal, they would take the series in some of these games. But yeah, let's get on to Envy versus Plot Twist. Now, I felt like Plot Twist in a lot of cases actually were keeping up with Envy's speed pretty well. I mean, especially towards the beginning of the series, a ton of 1-goal games. You know, they were getting some goals in. You know, they took a game off Envy, but every single time that Plot Twist sort of let up their momentum, let up their speed, I should say, Envy just scored. I mean, they knew exactly how to counterattack. And yeah, unfortunately, Envy did just play better. I think Plot Twist did show some good promise, but yeah, unfortunately, it goes to Envy. Plot Twist are out. And yeah, let's get into Rogue versus Envy in the losers semifinals. Man, this game is just not going the way none of these have been going the way I thought they would go. Man, I thought SSG would make it to the grand finals. Boy, was I wrong. Was I so mistaken. All right, so Rogue versus Envy in the semifinals. You know, Rogue were really good at first, but then Mist, man, Mist started to really turn it around in the latter half of the game. You know, he was definitely the hard carry. You know, there is actually something I do want to talk about. A lot of times during that game, Johnny Boy keeps saying, oh, you know, because Mist likes to say that he doesn't have mechanics, but obviously there's a lot more to mechanics than just flip resets, okay? Mist is very good at just hitting the ball with power. You know, his positioning is very good, and now I gotta choose my words very carefully. Obviously, positioning is not mechanics directly. However, having good positioning can help you get to the ball faster, which that is mechanics. So I think that they go hand in hand a little bit. The better your positioning is, the quicker you can get to the ball. You know, Mist has all of that. I really loved how Mist played. I think that the power that he was able to put on the ball, it was just better than anyone else's. His accuracy was top notch. There's a lot of times Mist was able to catch Rogue off guard, but at the very end, man, the very end of the day, you know, he needed more. He needed Turbo Pulso to start stepping it up like he was in his earlier matches. Yeah, man, I mean, First Killer was just so fast. I think First Killer was easily the fastest player on the field in the games that Rogue won. And yeah, Mist really couldn't combat First Killer's powers. I mean, First Killer's just so good. So fast to the ball. Okay, Rogue ended up taking the dub over Envy. And then we move on to the winners finals. Okay, NRG Esports versus Omelette, man. And not much to say about this game. Justin just had all the space in the world. Every single time Justin had the ball, he was in the air doing like a 10-second air dribble, ceiling shot, flip reset, triple, quadruple flip reset. I don't even know, man. Justin was just easily the #1 player on that field during that game. I just felt like every time Justin touched the ball, there was zero that Omelette could do about it. Just nothing. Okay, it was almost a perfect sweep. Okay, Omelette got a couple goals right at the beginning, but I mean, definitely was not Omelette's best performance. Unfortunately, NRG just isn't that good. Then they move on to the losers finals to face off against Rogue. And man, I have one word, and it is Luke. Luke with just one of the greatest performances I've seen from just an underdog, a rookie. It's just incredible. You know, Luke just played so well that I almost expect him to one day get picked up by maybe a better RLCS team, a higher up team. I mean, he really played better than most RLCS veterans during this tournament. And, you know, I think Luke deserves all the credit for just how well he played. And he is the reason that they took the game over Rogue. Game 7, man. Game 7, 1-goal game. Oh, it's such a good game to watch. So intense. Okay, Luke had, you know, a clutch overtime goal. I mean, just great things I saw from this man. And yeah, then they go to face off against NRG again. To be completely honest, I thought Omelette was going to take this against NRG. Okay, they had a comeback in game 1 to win it 6-5. But then after that, man, I mean, during that first game, they were legitimately outpacing the likes of Squishy and Justin, who are some of the fastest players in the entire world, all right? Omelette's game was just better than NRG's in that first round, and I thought that this was going to be such a close match. But unfortunately, right after that, NRG figured them out, and this is the difference between NRG and then the rest of the world, okay? NRG is just so good at figuring out their opponents. You know, then after that game, they really started to outpace Omelette. Omelette couldn't get anything going. Game 4, a few of Omelette actually switched to the Merc, which I don't see a problem with. I know Justin came out on his Twitter and complained that they were trolling. Man, I don't think they were trolling because they were still trying, okay? The game actually went to overtime. When they switched to the Mercs, they actually played better than the games that they didn't play with the Mercs, okay? I'd like to point that out. Like, you know, it's not like they switched to the Mercs and then just all sat in net, all triple committed and didn't give a crap. It's like they switched, you know, maybe changed things up a little bit. You know, switching to the Merc, obviously it's kind of a meme car. You know, it changes the dynamic of your mentality. You know, I don't think it's a bad idea to maybe switch up some cars every now and then, even if it's the funny cars. It is the same hitbox as the Octane, and you know what? They played pretty well. They went to overtime. Game number 5. Now, I understand with about 1 minute left, they were down by 3 goals. Yeah, Omelette were triple committing in some places or all going for the ball, which you could say they were trolling, but again, the way I see it, 3 goals down with a minute left against NRG, you lost, okay? I mean, the game's over. Why wouldn't you just try to, you know, that you gotta just throw yourself at the ball and hope something works, okay? I mean, there has only been like 11 or 12, I forget the exact number, 3-goal comebacks in all of RLCS history. The entire history of RLCS. In fact, I think in Season 9, there wasn't a single 3-goal comeback. Not one. So, what... Omelette, of course, Omelette has the right to believe that they lost already and they should just try anything that they can, right? You know, so I actually don't blame Omelette for just trying to go for stupid stuff with a minute left down by 3. I mean, man, I'd do the same thing, 100%. So I personally don't agree with Justin that they were trolling, but I think that they were playing a little bit unlike we're used to seeing professional Rocket League players play. I think that's a good way to put it. They played definitely a little bit differently. However, I don't blame them at all for the way they played. And yeah, NRG Esports take it all. NRG only losing 2 games this entire tournament. Man, NRG really are looking like the best team in North America right now. I know a lot of people are going to ask in the comments, what happened to G2? And I'll tell you, they played like crap, okay? They lost to Omelette, they lost to Rogue. But yep, that's everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.